So, and yes, I will probably start every video I ever record with Lord. So, someone asked what weapons that I'm using, and, you know, how can I decline such a request? I have no busy schedule and nothing really to do right now as I'm decided to break down and get The Sims 3. What I went through for, I guess, most of my playthrough in the beginning was the plasma gun with the planet cutter tip and a shotgun machine gun combo. I have my plasma cutter actually really tricked out now. The video I posted earlier today talked about what you can do with your ration seals, and I blew all 280 some odd of those and got a few nice things. So in the plasma cutter that I went through in the game, I had a lot of these +2, -1 dealies going through. Since I've gotten a lot of the collectibles, you can see that I have a lot of +3 stuff now. One thing about the plasma cutter and anything that you use the rotator cuff on, in the bottom, all this damage stuff, or anything at all that gets involved, doesn't affect anything in the actual plasma cutter or the line cutter, which you can also have with the plasma, with the rotator rather. So I basically just threw a ton of these reload things, because if you pay attention to the reload, when I can remove these from the bottom and it affects the reload of the gun itself. So by just tossing in the reload, it helps out the weapon as a whole. And notice here I'm using these -1 damage things on the bottom, and it doesn't affect anything. I'm going to take off the damage things in the top so you can get an idea of what the effect is. So with this -1 thing, when I remove it, it doesn't change the damage at all. So that lets you soup up your plasma cutter or line cutter pretty nice, as far as having a stupidly fast reload speed for a relatively low number of resources. Because of course the -1 damage things are a lot cheaper. What I originally went with before was the military engine on the bottom and the evangelizer con dispersal, which basically gave you a shotgun on the bottom and kind of a machine gun on the top. I've tried the military engine with the I forget what it is, conical dispersal? No, not the conical dispersal. The repeater. And I didn't really care for that one. It feels different. I couldn't tell you why. I just know that I didn't like it. This Mark V diffraction Taurus that I picked up from one of the DLC packs that I bought with ration seals, this is the default diffraction Taurus, which gives you the shotgun off of the telemetry spike. And notice there is a change in the weapon speed when I use the Mark V. It has been my experience that most of these either boost your clip size or your weapon speed. So I went with that. Stasis coating, it is in my opinion the best coating, hands down, for everything except the rocket launcher and the mines. Damage support, I vacillate between damage support and ammo support for when I do co-op. I don't really know which one I like more. Again, I have the absurd +3/+3 stuff. I haven't bothered to make a +3 damage +2 clip here. So let me fix that. 3 damage, 3 clip. It does not change the damage at all. Yeah, what the hell? So this is basically what I went through the first half of the game with. I was only playing on normal. I believe I set this up as impossible, so you guys can see the difference. So you see the stasis effect picks up with the number of times that these guys get hit. So that's mostly why I have the stasis on rapid fire weapon. The shotgun is just in case things get in my face and I need to deal harshly with something. Guys right here, the 2 armed ones with the long ass tail, have vexed me since Dead Space 1, I swear. Something about them, just never been able to deal with them. So that's what I went with for the first part of my playthrough. My health is not going up when I eat health packs, so I'm probably rushing these. The shotgun has a nice bit of blowback, so you know I pretty much really dig that. When I switched to impossible for a lot of my playthrough, I decided I wanted some tactical abilities and the sniper rifle. Very quickly, I'm going to pull out the scope, and I'm going to show you why I do not screw with the scope on the sniper rifle. I know that it boosts the damage output considerably, beyond what you saw with Mark V thing, but it's a really nice effect. It's too limiting in the screen. I originally went with the regular scope on the cutter, the plasma cutter. That's the iconic Dead Space weapon. But even just the little scope, I can't take it. So I didn't go with that. Now, no, I don't remember what I was using before. Ammo support. There we go. Like I said, I bounce between damage and ammo. So, sniper rifle, military engine, precision tip. It's a sniper rifle. So you notice damage is maxed out, and I'm using only one +2 damage item. Mostly I like the clip rate of fire. So if I remove the 2 damage, it makes a big difference. But you know, it doesn't really need a lot of help. For the bottom, again, I'm using explosives and this direction field. Let's see, that one. Let's see if I can find my regular directed ejection field. Okay, so the difference is the Mark V adds a little bit of speed. So remember what I said about the stasis? I had tried this stasis coating on the mines. Let's see what happens here. So notice I have a clip size of 8 with the mines. But even though I have a clip size of 8, I can have at most 6 mines out. When I pop out the 8, the next one, I'm sorry, I guess only 5, the oldest mine will die. So notice that I am getting afflicted by my own stasis with that on there. I could get around that with the safety guard on top, but I really like bigger clips. So if you like that idea, go for it. The issue with using stasis on these slow firing weapons though is that you apply a bit of stasis with every weapon, with every bullet that you hit them with. So when you put out the mine or the sniper shot, you're only hitting them one time. Whereas, you know, here I'm spraying out a ton of bullets, I'm doing a ton of stasis. Here with, you know, with these guys, they're only getting hit once, so you know, what good is that? So the sniper rifle on impossible, does absurd damage. These both do. One thing I do want to talk about with the mines rather, is check this out. You can use it as a close range rocket launcher. And it does more damage than what the mines do. So, it's really kind of a tactical thing. It also lets me know when stuff creeps up on me. And, you know, it has this nice lightsaber sound, which is always cool. You know, and it's really nifty because of how high these go. So, you can either use it as just a short-range launcher. If you notice, I don't know if the room is big enough to demonstrate, but the rocket launcher, or no, sorry, the mines arc. Not a lot, but it's significant. I've noticed in space, they don't travel as far as you would like them to. So, you know, if you decide to use these, take that for what it's worth. I don't know if the rocket launcher also has an arc. I haven't really messed with that one at all because I'm not really much of an RPG guy. But the sniper rifle just does an absurd amount of damage. Like I said, this is impossible. And I'm basically one-shotting these guys. even with just a torso shot. Which, this being Dead Space, shouldn't really do much damage. Anyway, there is this. And then what I started with when I opened this up, I decided to go with a more classic Dead Space weapon. I took the Ripcore, and then, you know, I got a Mark V thing. One thing that I don't like about this, the directed suspension field here, is it has a really, really short range. It feels a lot shorter than what you have in the original Dead Space and Dead Space 2. Excuse me. You know, which is okay, I guess. But, like, if the dogs come out, and that's really cutting close. Like, here, check this out. No, it does a respectable amount of damage. And you notice each time the blade cuts them, they take a little stasis, which is really awesome, especially in some of the regenerator fights, because not only are you dismembering and slowing them down, you are also, you know, slowing them down just from stasis, as well as chopping off their legs. So there's this. I haven't yet done the classic game, which, as I recall, forces you to use the... you're only able to use weapons that were in the base game. I don't know if it gives you 4 of them, access to 4 of them, or if you're forced to stick with only 2. If that is the case, you know, a big deal. I think in the original games, I basically use the plasma cutter for the entire game. I toy a little bit with the flamethrower, but I hated that. And mostly the reason why I used that one was because the little skitter things that the pregnants spit out is a real annoyance. So I have picked up some more of these ration seals. Let's see what I get. Oh, so I lucked out and got an extra third dealie. Directed suspension field, that's the one I'm using on my Ripcore, and then the compressor. The compressor makes the cryogenic thing out of the flamethrower. Not sure what else it does. Let's see. No compressor there. No compressor here. So I know that the plasma, not the plasma core. Oh well, compressor. Let's see. Whatever the hell that is. Let's find out. So let's see. The Mark V adds a little bit of weapon speed. God, to those of you who are still watching this, wow, thank you. And you must be at least as bored as I am. So it has a delay, which means I already don't like it, and I'm not good enough to compensate for that. And it it does seem to be mostly knockback. And it has awesome sound. Whoa! Okay, cool. So there is that. And like I said, here's the freezy thing. Oh no, I'm sorry. Magnesium afterburner. Which I don't like because it's another one of those short-ranged weapons. So, I guess one other thing that I will point out to those who are still watching. The rotator cuff that I got is really bizarre. So, like everyone who's been playing around this time, we got the pre-order version, which got us the Planet Cracker tip. And I did not do that. So here's the plasma cutter with rotator module. Notice that this is the Mark V rotator module. If I recall correctly, it gives a little bit of extra reload speed. So I'm going to remove this for now. Just put in regular rotator cuff. And then go over to the weapon that you get here. And this is the default one that I got. I actually had to restart a game because I tried dismantling it because I was just fooling around, and I actually lost my Planet Cracker tip. But notice here it has the rotator cuff module. There is no Mark V rotator cuff module. So if you plan to be surprised by that, don't be. Anyway, that's all I really planned to go through with this. Thank you for watching and commenting. You, one person who's commented so far. Have a lovely evening.